message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming Emergency Management Agency, Laramie County, Wyoming. A large explosion has taken place in the vicinity of the Laramie County Zoo in Cheyenne. At this time, it is reported that there is considerable destruction, although the extent of the damage and number of casualties is unknown. Please avoid the areas emergency personnel are urgently responding. Please tune to local media outlets and listen for later updates.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming Emergency Management Agency, Laramie County, Wyoming. Update on the situation at the Laramie County Zoo. The explosion was determined to have taken place just outside of the zoo as a result of a large bomb being detonated. Police have arrested a suspect in connection with the bombing who was seen fleeing the scene in a vehicle shortly beforehand. There is reported to be 2 zoo employees who were in close proximity to the explosion who have died. The Cheyenne Police Department Bomb Squad, SWAT teams, and the Wyoming State Police are on the scene investigating the attack and determining if there is further danger to the public. Please avoid the area within a 5-mile radius of the zoo. If you are in the area, evacuate immediately as a precaution. A center for evacuees has been established at Burns High School in Burns, approximately 25 miles east of Cheyenne off of Interstate 80. Please tune to local media outlets for further details and continued updates.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming State Police. After a lengthy and widespread investigation, it is determined that there is no further danger to the public in the area surrounding the Laramie County Zoo. The suspect apprehended as a result of the bombing was determined to have acted alone. There is no longer a threat to the community, as Cheyenne and surrounding communities have been determined to be safe. However, due to many animals from the zoo still being unaccounted for, evacuees from Cheyenne are still asked to remain away from the area for their safety. Please follow instructions from local media outlets and officials at the evacuation center at Burns High School in Burns.
An emergency has been declared for this area. For emergency details, please tune to channel 23.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming Emergency Management Agency, Laramie County, Wyoming. Officials have received an official list of animals who are unaccounted for and presumed to have survived the explosion at the Laramie County Zoo in Cheyenne. All animals are presumed escaped until they can be located. The animals include 2 lions, a hippopotamus, 10 bright-colored poisonous snakes, a polar bear, 2 black bears, 2 Bengal tigers, 5 different species of tropical birds, 4 gorillas, a zebra, and an antelope. These animals are presumed to be in an extremely distressed state, and you should assume that they are dangerous. Do not approach the animals. If one is spotted, please call 911. If a dangerous animal approaches your home, shelter in place. Residents of Cheyenne who evacuated to Burns are asked to remain in Burns at this time. Please wait for further instructions from emergency officials. and tune to local emergency outlets for further updates.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming Emergency Management Agency, Laramie County, Wyoming. A lion is reported to have attacked and killed 2 residents on Cheyenne's east side. The attack happened just after 10 p.m. when the couple went outside to investigate a loud disturbance and discovered a lion destroying their vehicle. Police are unable to locate the lion, as home security footage shows the lion fleeing the scene after the attack. Residents must continue sheltering in place in Laramie County and refrain from confronting any dangerous animals. Please stay tuned to local media outlets for further updates.
A second attack has occurred as the result of an encounter with one of the animals that escaped from the Laramie County Zoo. A resident on Cheyenne's east side was attacked and bitten several times after confronting an antelope in his garage. The resident has been transported to an area hospital in stable condition. The antelope was captured and returned to zoo officials at a secure location. The public is reminded to not confront dangerous animals and continue sheltering in place.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming Emergency Management Agency, Laramie County, Wyoming. Deadly attacks from Bengal tigers are underway all throughout Cheyenne. The tigers are estimated to have killed around 5 people in separate incidents throughout the city. One of the tigers was shot and killed by a resident on Cheyenne's west side, but the other tiger remains on the loose, and may be anywhere in the city. Although many of the escaped animals are beginning to be captured by officials, it is imperative that you remain sheltered in place until further notice, as this continues to be a dangerous situation.
An emergency has been declared for this area. For emergency details, please tune to channel 72. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cheyenne Police Department, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Numerous gunfire incidents occurring throughout Cheyenne. People have been spotted throughout Cheyenne Wednesday morning shooting any animals on sight. Most of the escaped animals from the Laramie County Zoo have been captured, but citizens with high-powered firearms are still taking it upon themselves to shoot any animals they see. 4 families on Cheyenne's east side have had pets die as a result. 1 death and 3 injuries of humans have also been reported as a result of the gunfire. The number of suspects participating is unknown. Cheyenne police are urging residents to shelter in place. Lock all doors and windows, turn off all lights, and make sure nobody can see into your house from the outside. Keep pets indoors. Cheyenne evacuees in Burns must remain where they are. Do not attempt to return to Cheyenne, as you will not be allowed in at this time. These suspects are armed and extremely dangerous and unstable. Do not engage anyone approaching your home with a firearm. Call 911 immediately to report any suspicious activity. following message is transmitted at the request of the Cheyenne Police Department. Several residents in Cheyenne have been bitten by poisonous snakes who have entered their homes. As police continue searching for and arresting suspects from Wednesday's shootings, 3 Cheyenne residents sheltering in place have been bitten by poisonous snakes. These incidents have taken place at separate residences, all near the downtown area. The snakes have entered homes, encountering 1 resident who was sleeping and 2 who were using the bathroom. The 3 residents were transported to area hospitals in stable condition. The 3 snakes were captured and are confirmed to have escaped from the Laramie County Zoo. The other 7 snakes that escaped from the zoo are still on the loose. If you encounter a snake in your home, do not panic, as doing so will cause the snake to become aggressive. Get as far away from the snake as possible and call 911.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming Emergency Management Agency, Laramie County, Wyoming. Police have arrested 16 suspects in connection with Wednesday's shootings in Cheyenne. After an extensive search of Laramie County with the help of numerous law enforcement agencies, authorities have determined that there is no further threat to the public with regard to these shootings.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cheyenne Police Department. A resident was mauled to death by a black bear on Cheyenne's south side early Thursday morning after the bear broke into their home through the garage. Police shot and killed the bear upon arrival, and officials have determined it was one of the black bears that escaped from the Laramie County Zoo on Monday. This is an isolated incident and there is no related threat to the community. Following the bear's death, the only remaining animals unaccounted for from the zoo are 2 of the poisonous snakes. Remain alert at all times. If you see a poisonous snake, stay as far away as possible and call 911.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming Emergency Management Agency, Laramie County, Wyoming. Just after midnight Sunday, the final snake that escaped from the Laramie County Zoo was captured after it was discovered at a New Year's party in Ranchettes. This marks the end of the nearly week-long threat from escaped animals. There is no longer a threat to the community, and shelter-in-place orders have been terminated. Cheyenne evacuees in Burns may return home to Cheyenne beginning at 9 a.m. this morning. To repeat, the threat of attacks from escaped zoo animals has ended. There is no longer a threat to the community,